Alya done walked into the last boss's room and just completely got wrecked. She walked right into the villainous Yuki's room, and she thought she could do it without her party, and she got wrecked. I actually really, really like episode 11, and I'm really curious if this will turn out to be one of those episodes where everybody suddenly doesn't like a character. I could just totally see, like, outrage over what Yuki did. And I think it's going to be interesting because the following episodes are probably going to show that Kuze knows exactly what Yuki's doing. He knows his sister. He knows exactly. There's a part of it because he's kind of a genius. They're making him out to be sort of a genius that figures everything out. But I think he knows exactly what Yuki's doing. Yuki is trying to push Alya. This episode is Yuki saying, Alya, wake up. If you want to beat me, if you want to take this position, you got to grow up. You got to get stronger, and you got to get more outspoken. You need to stop falling into things. I'm going to show you how to get stronger. And I think that's the whole thing that Yuki's seen with Sayaka. With Sayaka, she let her sort of get away with what she did. And that's a good thing. That's what Kuze says at the end. You see why I'm backing Alya. She did something really cool for you. She didn't hold a grudge. She didn't rub you into the ground. She didn't get gain from your mistake. That's why I'm backing her. But Yuki sees that as sort of a weakness, and if Kuze is going to be backing Alya, she needs to get stronger with this whole situation. So I think this whole thing with the later part of this, with this big scheme, Yuki, the final boss, finally making her appearance and manipulating Alya to get crushed, is really her saying, wake up. If you want to beat me, I want you to be strong for Kuze's sake. And you're not going to win the way you are right now. Why I see it that way, and not necessarily that Yuki is like this bad person. I'm sure people will be like, oh my gosh, she drugged him, and she was so manipulative, and she was mentally and physically manipulating her and all this kind of stuff. There was only classes in the AM. She specifically chose the time to that broadcast because she didn't want to destroy Alya. That's like he said. She wasn't looking to make some massive declaration. She was just setting some groundwork. She was literally trying to tell her to wake up. But yeah, I absolutely loved Yuki in this episode. I'm sorry, I'm still love her to death. I actually loved Alya in the episode. Ayano scenes were fantastic. Meido Ayano coming in there, just kind of grabbing. This is my job, Alya. I like how basically Yuki sent Alya to go take care of Kuze. And yes, that's part of her plan to get her out of the way and not have her be able to prepare for everything. But at the same time, Ayano probably was like, wait, no, that's my job. And so she finally goes over there and she's like, no, this is my job. You go home. you go do your stuff. This is my role. It was really good. I'm going to wipe you down, everything like that. Oh, that's okay. I'm going to sing you a lullaby. Dude, at least get the lullaby. At least get the lullaby. But no, that was good stuff. But anyways, let's get into episode 11 proper, opening up from the beginning, and let's just get into this. But yes, it opens up with a little bit of trauma that Kuze is going through, and that is through his mother. And that's kind of interesting because now that I think about it, we didn't get a wrap of what happened the last episode. I'm guessing nothing was said. They just walked by each other and that was it, which kind of sucks. It's like, hello, can we get at least a sense of what happened there? It's kind of an important scene. He's standing in front of his mother. Can we not get a recognition of that? Can we not get at least that he didn't say anything? It's going to be really telling what he did in that hallway. If he chose not to say anything, if he said, whatever, mother, get away from me, or, oh, hi, Yuki-so, how are you doing? Is this your mother? Well, have a great day. It's telling what he would have done in that situation. It kind of sucks that they skipped it. I'm guessing they skipped it. The light novel could have skipped it as well. I don't know. But that's kind of a bummer. But anyways, yes, him having a dream about his mother. And extremely telling thing. Yes, obviously the trauma that Kuze had in the situation, that he was working very, very hard for his mother. That every time he did something great, mother praised him. And so he wanted to do more. But she didn't praise him. And so I got to work harder because it wasn't good enough. And then she doesn't like it. It's so confusing for a kid. He's like, I want my mother's praise so much and she doesn't like it? Question mark, what do I do? I don't understand. I tried really hard and now she doesn't like it. Again, this is kind of what I was suspecting was going on, what I was talking about in the previous episode with just this brief moment where she looks away from him. I knew it was going to be really a thing where she probably didn't like the whole situation. And it's really telling with the whole situation with Yuki talking to her grandfather. The mother is just sitting there. She's not saying anything. And then afterwards, she goes over to Yuki and says, you still like your brother, right? She doesn't like it, but she's allowing it. And it's equally as bad. It's not that the mother herself is essentially abusing these children by forcing them to compete against each other and putting all this responsibility on their shoulders. She's just allowed it to happen, which is just as bad. She knows the so way. she's broken. She is so passive, and it's super heartbreaking. But I think what that whole thing there applies to Kuze's dream right here is that, yes, I think the mother was allowing Kuze to work hard, and that he was basically being praised for it, and she was playing along with it. Yes, be a genius. Yes, that's what the So family wants. Yes, Kuze, you did good. Keep pushing, because that's what So wants. And I think at some point she probably realized how much she was putting into it and how much she had no social life probably. And she probably didn't like it at some point. But she's not telling him that. All she's saying is, stop. It's disgusting. It's wrong. But she's not saying, please just be a kid. She's not saying, I like that, good job, but go do something else. Go have friends. Go enjoy life. She's just saying, stop, which all a kid sees in that situation is, I wasn't good enough. She's disappointed in me. I failed mom. It's so nasty. Like, the whole situation's nasty. And again, I'm not excusing the mother. I think this is, the So family is abuse, like, across the board. Like, this is bad stuff. It's okay to want your kid to do well. It's okay to instill upon them responsibilities and hard work. But it seems like this is all manipulative for the family name. It's a selfish thing. It's all selfish. So, yeah, that's obviously something that he's holding on to. And it sucks that even till now, it's like one of those things where it's like, even as Kuze is shown as being kind of a genius character, he doesn't see the signs that I already see. Now, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. We could have the mom show up the next day and go, get with the So. What the hell's wrong with you? You're a disappointment. That's why I'm looking away, is because you're a disappointment. I just don't think that's it. I just think that's way too simple. But anyways, that's my thoughts on the whole dream thing. But yes, he wakes up and Alya's there. Yeah, immediately he's talking about how, yes, sister sent. Why didn't you give me a heads up? It was kind of funny because she's like, I'm here to pamper you and take care of you while you're sick. And he's like, wow, she said that too. And she's like, oh no, that was a lie. Okay, that's clear. Comes in there with the apron. Thank you so much for the apron. Look, arigato, arigato, arigato. Falls asleep. Next day, we have a fight between Ayano and Alya, which was fantastic. Just, again, Ayano probably showed up thinking, who the hell are you and why are you in my spot? Get the hell out of here. I'm the maid. I'm supposed to be taking care of him. But yes, this all leads into, yes, the discovery that he's been getting medicine that has ingredients that for him seemingly causes him to get very sleepy. Something that, again, Ayano should have picked up on, because as a maid, they're going to know a lot of those kind of things. Just like a nurse, they're going to know a lot of things that work or have too much effect on their patients. That's just sort of a maid thing. So yes, she was supposed to say, hey, this is going to make you sleepy. She failed to do that. Why? Because she was told to do that. Obviously, Yuki wanted Kuze to get a lot of sleep. And now here's the struggling thing, because yes, that's probably the big broad thing that I think some people are going to get really upset about, is that Yuki drugged her brother. I think this is a two-sided thing. It's probably one of those aspects that probably normally Yuki would probably have wanted that to happen. It's obvious that she wanted him to sleep more so that he wouldn't be interfering with what she was doing, which is, yes, a bad thing. But again, I think there is the other side of it that I think is probably like the 20% of it that is probably, yeah, he probably need to get some damn sleep. This is a guy that probably would not have stayed there. He probably would have come back there to help with the situation if it weren't for the fact that he was asleep. This is a person that would probably, upon finding out that this whole thing was happening, even if he was sick, he probably still would have rushed over there. But again, yeah, it's still bad. It's still bad. He should have, yeah, Yuki needs to get a little bit of a slap there. It was a wrong thing to do. It's not like it hurt anybody, but it was still a bad thing. I just feel more bad for Ayano because she was told to do that, and it's obvious that she wasn't happy about doing that. She's like, has to keep it a secret. She's apologizing afterwards. She's like, I was just ordered to do this. This is what happened. You're probably too late. Poor Ayano just looking very uncomfortable at the whole situation. Yuki ordering her to do things that she doesn't want to do. But yes, this all leads into finding out what happened while he's been sick, and oh no, having to deal with cute Ayano, the maid, taking care of him. Oh, poor Kuze. She's offering to wipe him down and everything. Poor Kuze. But anyways, we find out what happened, which is, yes, that Yuki confronted Alya. They had a little bit of a boob battle. Just an all-out boob battle going on, just there was two battles going on in that scene right there. One is the boob battle and basically a mental battle, psychological battle about manipulating Alya, which is that, yes, Yuki wants her to go to this broadcast, talk about the whole situation with Sayaka. Obviously, Alya doesn't want to do that. This kind of, like I've said to my theory before, this probably cemented in Yuki's head that you don't want to play off this. You're not being strong. I think that was the reason why she brought up Sayaka right there, was you're actually going to allow this rumor to go around that it was all Miyamai's thing, that Miyamai was doing that. Okay, you got to shape up. And again, this is the interesting thing right here. This kind of shows that Yuki is not like an evil person in this situation, because she's being very upfront with Alya right here. Yes, she's manipulating her, and she does more of it at the broadcast itself. But she's manipulating Alya over and over again. She's switching back and forth to show Alya, I have this dark side, by the way. And then she plays into it again. You're still not getting it. I'm going to manipulate you. She's being very clear to Alya, I can manipulate you. Back here, again, she says, oh, hey, let's go to this broadcast together. Hey, you could talk about this whole thing with Sayaka. Oh, you don't want to do that? Well, you should start doing that. Wake up. You think you can come in my territory and take me on? You're just a sitting duck. You're weak. You're too fragile. You're too soft. Wake up. Yes, come to this broadcast. I'm going there. I set all this up. I chose to do it while Kuze was sick. Come fight me. And again, that's a warning there. But yet still, again, in that broadcast room, she does it again. She manipulates Alya again. She falls right back into it. I think this is really Yuki trying to make Alya wake the F up. I'm going to manipulate you. This is not an easy game. We're going to fight it out. I also do kind of wonder with the whole situation in the broadcast room if it's going to be more than that, and hopefully I'll remember to get that when I get to that. But yes, throwing down a gavel at Alya and saying, hey, we're going to duke it out at this broadcast. Go run back to Kuze if you want. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I can handle this myself. I'm not going to be a burden upon Kuze. Obviously, it blows up in her face. She fails miserably. But anyways, yes, in the broadcast room, I'm very mixed on the scene. Because again, it does play into before, where Yuki is once again manipulating Alya, and she's falling into it again. Again, this is 2 times in a row in this little sequence that she's still falling for it. That, again, Yuki's trying to get Alya, I think, in my opinion, I think she's trying to get Alya to strengthen up. If she wants to debate people, if she wants to get up on that stage, if she wants to be a leader, she needs to strengthen up. She's too soft. But there is a side of me in the broadcast room that I kind of wonder. There's a little inkling in here with her bringing up her brother. Again, she mentions the idea that I have this. The reason why I'm becoming a president is because I had this brother, my older brother. He was so great. The So family had so much expectations upon him. He was a genius. And then one day, he left. Again, Alya picks up that he passed away. Sister, she thinks I'm dead. He was about to say something, Alya, I was like, oh, crap. Now, granted, probably if they didn't get interrupted, he probably would have said, no, I know that Yuki's brother is still alive. It's okay, but it would have been a cool thing to finally get this out of there. Like, we got to keep dragging this out, their brother and sister. So, yeah, the initial thought here is that Yuki is essentially saying this whole thing about her brother in order to essentially make Alya, give her a sob story. Even Kuze kind of jokes about that. Yeah, in that situation, she was probably just giving Alya a sob story. But there is a side of me that kind of wonders, is this actually affecting Yuki more than I even think? I know it's affecting her. Don't get me wrong. I know this whole thing with her brother and her family is destroying her. It is affecting. That's like that whole scene where she, after the grandfather was just reaming into her about how you're not as good as your brother and you can't lose to him. Go destroy him. You're not as talented as him. You're so much more useless than he is. That's gotta be wrecking this girl. But then when she goes upstairs and she gets to Ayano, she has to like, come here, Ayano. I gotta get a hug out of you. Please comfort me, kind of thing. Yeah, the movie thing. The movies are great. It's really, this has got to be stressful upon her. The amount of stress that's going on to Yuki right now is just so. It's sickening. It's sickening how much expectation and anxiety and weight is being put on her shoulders. But there is a side of me that almost wonders if right here she's kind of being half truthful. Yes, half is she's manipulating Alya. Here's a sob story before I ask you what you're doing, because then that's going to mess you up. It's going to trip you up, because she's literally asking it seconds before they start. What are you doing it for? The guy's over there counting down. Yuki knows that. She's trying to throw her off. I have a more grandiose reason for doing this than you do. What is your reason? Oh, it's selfish. It's not about my dead sibling. Oh, damn, what am I doing here? Oh, okay, now we're doing the broadcast? Yeah, all Yuki. But there is a side of me that almost wonders if it is also Yuki's here sitting there saying, I'm doing this because I have to do it for my family. I wonder. But I think in the end, it's going to turn into what Yuki has been sort of laying this whole thing out as. For the last, about 5 episodes, there's been this point where suddenly Yuki just stands there and says, I am going to be the last boss. It was a point in which Kuze chose Alya. Yuki said, I'm going to become the last boss. I'm going to be the villain. This is the thing that she wanted to become. Because again, back here, where Kuze basically told him that, I was going to do this with Alya, Yuki went outside the door of his bedroom, and literally said, okay, if Alya will be the one that will get Kuze back on his feet, that's fine. But I'm not going to leave it at that. She's not going to accept this. It was really, in that moment, is her saying, I don't trust Alya to be the one that will pick up Kuze. And I think it really is more of a thing of, I need to make sure that Alya doesn't leave him before he gets back on his feet. Not trusting that Alya will be there the entire step process that he gets back up on his feet. Because at some point, while she's lifting him up, she could abandon him, and he's going to fall harder. And I think Yuki's been here at their side, trying to make sure that Alya does her job properly. If I can't do it, if Alya's going to do it instead, I got to make sure that she does it properly. And again, I think this whole thing is really that villainous thing where she's just kind of trying to push him, get stronger, because you're going to fail. And if you're failing, I'm going to be there. I'll snatch him up and I'll help him out in your place, but you got to do it fully. You got to commit. Anyways, yeah, that whole wrap up there was kind of, it was a mean scene no matter what you say, dude. It was just kind of a mean scene. Yeah, I'm doing this for my brother, so what about you? Oh, hey, welcome everybody to the broadcast. So, what's up? Alya? Oh, just nerves. It's okay. But again, I do want to note, interesting that she chose to do it when there was barely anybody there. Yuki chose that moment on purpose. She didn't want to destroy Alya. Again, I think she wants to prepare her. She's putting her through training. And again, I'm curious if in the next episode, Kuze's going to point that out. I bet he's probably going to be at home. Yuki's going to show up and he's going to go, sister, what the hell are you doing? And he's probably going to be like, are you trying to get her stronger? I think he's going to totally lay it out. I think he's going to immediately pick up on it. Yuki, are you trying to strengthen her? What are you doing with her? I think he knows. Anyhow, yeah, it was a really great little moment there when suddenly Kuze realizes it and just kind of goes, get your chin up. He starts grinning, and she's like, oh, wow, I really like this look. This look suits you. We're getting Kuze is going back to his old ways. He's becoming the old genius. He's going to handle everything. He's got that grin. He's getting goosebumps. He's liking this. And I think that's probably going to feed into Kuze and Yuki's relationship. Is probably just like this back and forth, like, oh, I have a challenger. Yuki's getting stronger. Let's go, Yuki. Let's do this. It's so great. And yes, also Taniyama, I hate saying Taniyama for some reason, Taniyama and Miyamai showing up and them backing them up as well. I like that Taniyama was like, I'm not backing you guys. I think you should go back to So. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm with Alya. I said that. You're getting why I'm backing Alya, right? You're seeing it. It's because she's choosing not to destroy you. And yeah, even Taniyama's like, no, I'm going to accept responsibility for this. I'm going to admit my defeat. You're not going to admit it. I'll admit it. No, do something else. Do something else for us. So it does seem like they're probably going to start backing them up. I'm guessing probably using Miyamai to, go around and use her connections to communicate to people, spread the word about them. Yeah, it's literally a dream team here. Absolutely. It's funny. Yes, we're going to have literally a team of 4 people just to take on Yuki. Just to take on Yuki is going to take a team of 4. I mean, you got Ayano as well with Yuki, and Ayano can go around and be cute with a little badge that says vote for Yuki, and that's huge right there. But yeah, looking forward to what comes from this. Anyways, I think that was everything. Again, a lot of really fun moments kind of mixed out there. I love all the apron stuff. The fight between Ayano and Alya was great. I want a cute Ayano maid to sing me lullabies to sleep. Anyhow, that's my thoughts on episode 11 of Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings Russian. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit that like button down below, comment, let me know about the episode. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you leave. If you like this content and you want to support channel more, I have links in the description below. Greatly appreciate what it does. Until next time, y'all take care.